Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kalika and I am finally on a regular work schedule again. Woo! I wanted to get back on the YouTube horse with a bit of malicious compliance. Mainly because I was actually asked to work today and I just said no. Not really maliciously or anything, but still. So, you're gonna be a craftier person after watching this video. Don't tell me how to do this, let me learn. Okay. I had a boss who told me not to tell him how to put a computer together because he already knows how and I don't need your unsolicited advice. Okay. Strap yourselves in for the background. I am a woman in the tech industry. Do you already see where this is going? Not only was I a tech at this place, I was the tech. The one who trained 80% of the techs, had the highest numbers in the district and top 10 in the territory. But I always went by my last name, so everyone who wasn't physically in my store thought I was a male. Due to circumstances, we ended up getting a new manager from another store out of state. His first day was on my day off. My co-workers told me he wanted 2 hours with each of us to learn our thoughts on diagnosing issues, and he was really eager to learn from us. He was especially interested to learn from the top tech who he had heard about in his previous store. Until he learned I was a woman. He did 2-hour sessions with all of the other techs but me. He always went to the male techs with questions. He tried to make me work the counter to just check computers in when I was one of only 3 full-time repair techs and we had 7 counter techs. He tried to make me do his paperwork on several occasions. He also started trying to repair computers by himself, even though that was not his job. He would leave computers half repaired with no notes, then write up whatever tech he thought should pick it up where I left off. Ass. The whole team hated him and started making remarks of, well, OP could fix this if you asked her, or I think OP fixed something similar in an hour and you've been at this for 2 days, and other phrases to piss him off that a woman knew more than him. This was the perfect setup to one of my favourite moments of my career. Manager got it in his head that he was going to do something to prove he knew his stuff, so when a customer came in wanting a custom built computer, which we weren't supposed to do, he grabbed the opportunity. He helped the guy pick out the parts, compare prices, and sold him the labour to put it all together. He also told me he was going to build it in my repair space, and he was doing this alone. And I will never forget this. Don't tell me how to do this, let me learn. Oh, I will. Cue the manager putting this machine together on the bench behind me while I continued my work, just waiting. Manager has it together, hits the power switch. Computer turns on, then off, then on, then off. He unplugs, then takes it apart, then together again. Same result. I can hear the wheels turning behind me, but he told me not to give him advice, so I keep working with my mouth shut. Let him ask me when he's good and ready. He then believes the parts must be bad, so he has the customer send parts back, wait for the new ones, then try again. Same result. This continues for 2 months. He has the customer, who is obviously very angry at this point, send every single part back, then have a whole new set of parts delivered. He has promised the customer that this is the last time, this time it will work, he definitely knows what he's doing. The day arrives where the customer brings in the parts. The manager is there. I am there. I stop repairing computers as he puts the final part in, and I lean against my bench to watch what is about to happen. How could I not? He hits the power. Same result. He is furious. He throws the screwdriver across the bench, denting the wall, and curses so loudly I'm sure a customer heard. He puts his hand on either side of the machine, head down, shoulders slumped, utterly defeated. In a quiet, oh so quiet voice, he asks, OP, what's wrong with it? The motherboard and processor aren't compatible without a BIOS update. How long have you known this? Since you first turned it on 2 months ago. He turns, he's red in the face, veins are bulging, and I'm pretty sure he thought about decking me for a second before composing himself with a very, very deep breath. Why didn't you say anything then? Because you told me not to, and to let you learn. So, have you learned? He stormed off and out of the store. He ended up taking 2 personal days, and I ended up building a new PC that actually worked. Customer was cool once I explained everything, and even showed him how I cable managed to allow the best cooling and looks with their clear case. It's a story that ended up being the legendary story to tell all new techs. I left the company a few months later for a higher paying job, and that manager ended up getting fired due to my general manager believing him the reason for my leaving. I never corrected that perspective. After all, How else will he learn? I kind of have a similar story like this, although I'm not confident enough to say that he was an arse because I'm a woman, or if he was just an arse. There's a little bit of background for this. If you're a person with a mortgage, then you may know that there are fixed rates, variable rates, and standard rates that your mortgage can be on. Most people who are sensible put their mortgage on a fixed rate lasting 2, 3, 5, sometimes 10 years if it's a low rate. Anyway, the process of switching rates is usually pretty simple, and you can do it online in 5 to 10 minutes from start to finish. Or you can speak to someone like me who is a fully qualified mortgage advisor, and I can tell you based on your circumstances what would be the best thing for you. The online option takes 5 to 10 minutes. A meeting with me takes 45 minutes to an hour. So, back when I was working customer support for mortgages before I was qualified, I had a customer call me that he couldn't find where he could switch his rate online. He told me that he clicked continue online and entered his phone number and a code was texted to his phone. I said, that's no problem. That's the button for people who have started the process and wish to return to it. So, right above the continue online button, there's a button saying get started. Can you see that? He sort of abruptly cuts me off and says, excuse me, but I work in IT and I think I would know how to navigate a website. I don't need your help. Get me through to a mortgage advisor. So I was like, no problem, sir. Have fun. Stripped in the principal's office. This did happen about 15 years ago, but I can't help snickering about it from time to time. In high school, I was a pretty mild-mannered kid. I came from a very strict household, and a call from the school was absolutely unacceptable. I also wanted approval from authority figures, as I rarely got it at home. So I kept quiet, did good work, and was generally well liked by my teachers. Like I said, it was a strict household, and my outfits were closely inspected for modesty by my very conservative parents. If it passed at home, it wasn't going to get me in trouble. I tried hard to fit in with the other kids though, and found that wearing a layer underneath made regular outfits pass the home dress code. So I still got to wear the distressed jeans, but you could see black leggings instead of my knees. Not a huge deal, and it helped me feel better about my appearance, at least socially anyway. As trends were set, leggings became super popular. Finally, I was ahead and on point with my style. Some girls did begin to abuse the system though. School dress code required skirts to be no shorter than 3 inches or 1 index card above the knee. Standard was suddenly lots of tiny denim mini skirts with leggings, so the school cracked down and said leggings were no longer allowed under skirts. Of course, since I had different home rules, I didn't even own a skirt that short. My skirts had to reach the knees, which was 3 inches longer than the school requirement. I didn't even mention the new school rule at home because I didn't think it was an issue. So I get super cute, wearing my knee-length denim skirt and leggings as it was still trendy and a bit chilly out, pass home inspection and head off to school. Nothing was said in my first 3 classes, but like I said, I was a good kid and always well covered. One of the super mean teachers, not even mine, just one standing outside her door, spotted my skirt and leggings in the hall and grabbed me and marched me down to the office. I knew of the rule change, but I truly thought it wouldn't be a big deal since I wasn't wearing a miniskirt. She shoved me in and yelled something about a dress code violation and left to return to her class. I was called in, thinking the principal, who I didn't know well, would laugh with me about her unreasonableness. Boy was I wrong. He screamed up and down how I was dressed inappropriately, and he would be calling my parents to come and get me to take me home to change. Oh no. Oh no. As I stood and turned around showing him my clothes, I tried to argue that my skirt met code and the leggings covered more. I tried to explain that my parents would take it out on me in an aggressive manner. He wasn't going to hear any of it. I had to think fast. Cue malicious compliance. While he was still looking for the number to call, I kicked off my shoes and began wriggling the leggings down and off, right there in his office in front of him. Since my skirt was long enough, I shoved my pants in my bag and stated that now he has no reason to call my parents. I was fully compliant with the dress code of the school. As he stared with his mouth agape, I could see him turning red while trying to figure out how to deal with me. He ended up just yelling, "Get out of my office! Get to class!" Never have I felt so relieved. Jesus Christ, that takes major ladyballs to get undressed in front of the principal. Can you imagine if someone noticed that she went in wearing leggings and came out without them?
FBI, open up!
I'm just saying. Okay, so that's all for r/malicious compliance. I really hope you did enjoy it. As always, if you do want to see more content like this, then please do subscribe. My Twitter, Discord, and Patreon links are in the description, and any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching, and it's so great to be back. Bye!